First, the release of the Epstein files. Now it seems MAGA Mike is allegedly cautioning the White House that most House Republicans don't have an appetite for extending enhanced Affordable Care Act subsidies.
We have some big news right now. Donald Trump's healthcare plan is falling apart before it's even released, as Mike Johnson, according to Olivia Beavers, is privately warning the White House that there's no appetite among House Republicans to extend any Affordable Care Act subsidies.
Which just further proves that the divide in the Republican Party seems to be growing wider.
Donald Trump's dictatorial power over Congress will not continue. Today, Donald Trump is the biggest loser in presidential history on legislation passed by both the House and the Senate that is a direct rebuke of the president.
Speaker Johnson recently cautioned the White House, according to this Wall Street Journal article, that, quote, most House Republicans don't have an appetite for extending the enhanced ACA subsidies, even as Donald Trump's advisors were producing a plan to extend those subsidies for 2 years. Johnson emphasized that any extension must be accompanied by massive reforms, while the administration's plan reportedly offers only modest caps and fraud measures. Many Republicans say that they won't support an extension if it covers plans that include abortion coverage, meaning, well, the White House faces a legislative minefield, proving once more that this ever so united Republican front that Trump likes to convey is getting more turbulent by the day.
Subsidizing the insurance companies is not the answer because it just drives the cost up even further. So we need to look at the root causes. The Republican Party is the party that is working on that, has been working on it, and has more ideas going forward. We got to bring down the costs, and you can do that in a responsible way that also increases access and quality of care. And we got notebooks full of ideas on how to do that. We got to build consensus around it.
Last one. I know you're busy. We appreciate it.
President Trump is planning to unveil a new health care proposal. And at this point, we're still waiting to know exactly what's in it. But we're told it could include a temporary extension of the Enhanced Affordable Care Act subsidies, which are due to expire at the end of the year. They were at the center of the government shutdown. Zach, thanks for being here. As I noted, we are very much still waiting for specifics here. I'm sorry, this has actually been, sorry, Zach, we're getting breaking news while I'm talking to you. I have learned that the White House has postponed its expected unveiling of this new healthcare proposal. It was expected to be unveiled today. We'll learn more hopefully about that, in the coming moments.
I mean, when Marjorie Taylor Greene thinks that you're too extreme, you know there's an issue.
And so gaslighting the people and trying to tell them that prices have come down is not helping. It's actually infuriating people because people know what they're paying at the grocery store. They know what they're paying for their kids' clothes and school supplies. They know what they're paying for their electricity bills. And so that approach does not work. We need compassion, and show that we care about the American people and show that we are in the trenches with them on what they're going through. That's first and foremost. You don't gaslight them, you don't lecture them, and you don't deny what's happening.
And to add to that trouble, well, Trump now has opted to delay his new healthcare plan rollout or concept of a plan or whatever it is, something that he has promised repeatedly since his first term.
In history,
I want to talk to you about Obamacare. Since the pandemic hit, millions of people have lost their jobs and thereby lost their health insurance. And almost 500,000 have signed up for Obamacare. Your administration just announced that you're signing on to a lawsuit to overturn Obamacare.
And replace it.
Why does it make sense to overturn Obamacare, with which people now are relying on? Democrats are going to say the man who's wanted to kill Obamacare is going to take away the protection for pre-existing conditions.
First of all, we got rid of the individual mandate. Pre-existing conditions will always be taken care of by me and Republicans, 100%.
But you've been in office 3.5 years. You don't have a plan.
Well, we haven't had, excuse me, you heard me yesterday. We're signing a health care plan within 2 weeks, a full and complete health care plan that the Supreme Court decision on DACA gave me the right to do. So we're going to sign an immigration plan, a health care plan, and various other plans. And nobody will have done what I'm doing in the next 4 weeks. The Supreme Court gave the President of the United States powers that nobody thought the President had by doing what they did, their decision on DACA. And DACA is going to be taken care of also. But we're getting rid of it because we're going to replace it with something much better. But we got rid of already, which was most of Obamacare, the individual mandate. And that I've already won on. and we won also on the Supreme Court. But the decision by the Supreme Court on DACA allows me to do things on immigration, on healthcare, on other things that we've never done before. And you're going to find it to be a very exciting 2 weeks.
The delay comes amid mounting revolt from GOP lawmakers who say the plan or concept or whatever, that's how I'm always going to describe it, aligns too closely with Democratic-style ACA extensions.
Yes, you heard that correctly. So Democrats got a promise of a vote in the United States Senate to extend ACA subsidies. Then Trump was apparently ready to release a plan that was similar to what some wanted in terms of extending subsidies for 2 years. But now Republicans in the House are saying, we don't actually want to support that and we have no appetite to do it. So you're not going to get a vote on this in the House. You're not going to get an extension of the subsidies if these continue this way. And remember that deal cut by Democrats in the United States Senate? Well, it's not looking too great right now because if you're not going to get a vote in the House, what's the point of a promise of vote in the Senate? Mind you, that vote in the Senate hasn't even been scheduled yet. We don't know if it'll happen or when it'll happen. And your premiums can go up by 175% as soon as January 1st. Spread the word. Follow along to stay updated on all the news that you need to know about. More to come soon.
Aside from all that, right, more than anything, the takeaway should be that even with full control, they can't agree or govern at all. And the thing is, the public can see that pretty clear at this point. Recent polling shows that Americans are increasingly losing faith in the Trump White House. Listen to this. A Fox News poll found that his approval rating was at just 41%, with disapproval at 58%. Yes, Fox News, people.
But the issue of affordability, the issue of how people feel about the economy popping up in our latest polls, personal financial situation now, excellent, good, 40%, only fair or poor, 60%. You can see that changing from July. Condition of the U.S. economy, also a perception totally upside down, 76 to 25, and that changing a bit. And then economic conditions for the nation and you personally, again, 25% positive, 76 negative for the nation, and then 60-40 personally. So
you partner that with the recent Reuters poll that found that his performance is underwater in the 20 states that he won in 2024. And in another notable AP NORC poll that shows only 33% of Americans approve of how the White House is being managed. In other words, while his legislative agenda is stalling and he can't seem to come up with anything at all, public support is slipping, especially as we head into this festive period with prices still skyrocketing to the point that Fox News are doing wonders to try to spin it in Trump's favor. I mean, this is outstanding. From segments like Hamburger Helper is making a comeback, so things can't be bad.
And last but not least, one trend in True Brand is making a big comeback as consumers tighten their wallets. And here it is, Hamburger Helper. The mix of mac and cheese and ground beef is seeing a surge in sales.
Who needs gifts for grandma? She'll be fine.
Budget. You need a plan. Also remember, adults don't need gifts, okay? Focus on the people in your life who are age 3 to 18. Grandma doesn't need slippers. If they don't live by you, don't get them a gift. Now's not the time to spend and break the bank sending packages across the country, Dana. Focus on the people in your life, ages 3 to 18. That's my 30 seconds for you.
Jade, you're
And my recent Thanksgiving favorite. Have you ever tried a spam meat Thanksgiving?
And we're looking at right now on our screen, I don't know if you can see it, just the increase in beef prices, for ground beef or steaks, et cetera. Everyone who goes to the grocery store knows that that's happening.
Now remember, if you do want to do another protein like beef, the price is still up. It's about, I believe, 5 times the price that it was last year. So just keep that in mind. Maybe you're hitting the grocery store this weekend. Turkey is probably your best bet. Just stick to the one. I'll send it back to you guys.
You know what I'm going to say? Tofurkey. There we go, Kelly.
Love this video? Support independent media and unlock exclusive content, ad-free videos, and custom emojis by becoming a paid member of our YouTube channel today. You can also gift memberships to others. Let's keep growing together.